To ESPN 95.3.
Touchdown, Arkansas! How did he get that wide open?
I mean, refs are people too. It ain't just coaches and players, and if they're a part of the game, then by God, they ought to be a part of the game. And they ought to be a part of the accountability, and they ought to be a part of the consequences, not just behind some shadowy curtain. Like, no, they ought to have to answer for it.
There was 163 yards discrepancy in penalties, and it just bothers me, not from covering as much as covering from the team standpoint as a college football fan. I didn't like that blatant discrepancy.
It's like your taxes. You want them done quick and early, or you want them done right? I don't want my coaching search done quick. I want it done right. So let's quit worrying about when this is going to be done, when we get some answer. Let's get this thing and this process done correctly.
Live from the Busch Light Studios. With Ty Richardson.
That's an accurate point, Colton. I don't know if I've heard a better one all day.
And Tommy Kraft.
That seems to be a dumpster fire.
And produced by Colton Little.
Baby possums were being sold online. $100 a pop.
This is the Morning Rush.
Thank goodness that's over.
Man.
That rule.
I thought it was a good rule. It should be a standing one every day.
A standing one, huh?
Colton, I love the drops because this is 100% Colton. Ty and I don't have a darn thing to do with those drops that get put in there. I love how the out of context drops just make me laugh every morning. So hopefully they make someone else giggle as
you have to
show.
You have to be beefing. So you have to like compartmentalize that.
I gotta get mad.
You have to get angry.
Let's get mad
at the same time. Who wants to go first here on a What's Your Beef Wednesday? Brought to you by.
We don't have a coach yet. I'm mad.
And that's what you pointed out on yesterday's show. It's kind of, you remember those old J.G. Wentworth commercials? I say old. I still think they run.
J.G. Wentworth.
It's my money and I need it now.
877 cash now.
Yeah. It's
Jingles
my
work, folks. Radio works, folks.
It's my program, and I want a coach now. And that's how I feel. That's
877 coach now.
Jimmy Sexton.
Yeah.
Call Hunter. You're a check. 877 coach now.
We get some funny voicemails on our Lewis Automotive Group hotline at 877.
There's your project for this afternoon, Colton.
377-6963. I would like to hear some of the voicemails that Hunter and the athletics department receives following either losses, following the midst of this coaching search. I would guess
you think people are calling the athletic department and leaving voicemails?
Yeah, I mean, I know fans that send him emails.
Are these the same people that show up at their grandkids or their kids' third grade basketball game at the boys club and spend the entire time screaming at the refs? I mean, you've got to have some real anger issues if you're leaving voicemails at the athletic department.
Well, I mean, it's
or maybe you have a drinking problem. Maybe that's it too.
It's a combination. I don't think our fan base is any different from any other SEC fan base.
Oh, I don't know. We have a little extra pinch of crazy, I think, sometimes.
Relative
to little extra pinch of off kilter expectations at times.
It's adaptive.
I still get. I mean, I've read. We get the text here. I see it on social media. I get the group text. Hey, all I want's a 10-win season every 3 or 4 years. Well, and maybe I have settled for mediocrity. I just don't live in a world where I think that's even possible. So I don't care who you hire.
So does that include a regular season or just postseason?
Does it matter? I mean, I just don't live in a world where I think every 3 or 4 years this is going to be a 10-win program.
Let's think about it with the new SEC starting in 26. 6 conference wins, 3 non-cons, 1 bowl win.
Yeah.
6 of 9 conference, which I guess, 5 wins at home, 1 on the road, depending on what year it falls under, and then going to a place like Salt Lake City and Utah and beating
you got to win all
the Utes, who just pounded. Yeah. Who'd they pound this weekend? Was it Tech? I can't.
You got to win. You got to win. Let's see. You got to win 8 of 10 Power 5, Power 4 games to do that. That's all. That's just all you got to do. What's Your Beef Wednesday? Brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market, 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville. The holidays are they're not here, but we're in the month of Thanksgiving, and now is the time to start planning those holiday meals and all those things that you might need. You know, you can't always get all the cooking done. We're just busy people. We're busy. We got to hire a coach. We got a lot of complaining to do. So we need help with side dishes. We need help with the bird itself. Maybe a big ham, big Pettigene ham for Thanksgiving. Go see Richard's Country Meat Market or just call them at 479-443-0000. They'll help you get your whole menu planned and put together. And I don't think there is a better ham than a Pettigene ham right here from Arkansas. So you can get that at Richard's Country Meat Market, online, richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
Gavin in Fayetteville says his beef is Boise State basketball. Bet on them the other night, and they lost to a D2 team who plays their home games in an adult activity center. I think it was 79-78.
Does it have a track around the top?
Yeah.
Hawaii Pacific College.
Carpet floor.
Like yeah.
Jamie's is all the coaching search speculation. That's his beef. JT's beef is with the athletics director at Arkansas. He doesn't have faith that he will hire the right coach. I think there's always beefs around what Arkansas is doing with the current situation. I think one of the beefs I have this morning is why are we just now finding about the college football playoff rankings? And I realize that some of you are checked out with Razorback football being that they're probably not going to win a game the rest of the season and they've lost 7 straight. But I'm still very much intrigued by what happens in college football in the SEC the rest of the way. Mm-hmm. Why are we waiting till November the 4th to release the only rankings that matter?
So you think they would be more accurate and a better depiction of the end of the season if we started earlier?
I just think, and I'm not advocating to start in August. I'm not advocating even to start in September, but at least October. I think it almost minimizes the worth of the regular season when you're basically telling people that, hey, rankings don't matter for the first, 9 weeks of the season?
They haven't. Only thing they matter for are the people that have a number by their name. Mm-hmm. That's the only people that care about rankings are the ones that are ranked. I mean, rankings matter for TV executives who want to promote a matchup. Mm-hmm. Rankings matter for conferences in August and September to say we have number 3 versus number 7. Rankings don't matter for the playoffs. I think when that was the problem way back when. If you weren't in the original top 25 and we were doing the BCS system, you had to really navigate a very skinny path to get there. Mm-hmm. Well, now with the playoff, I don't think you can release them much sooner simply because you don't have enough of a balanced schedule and a balanced run between bye weeks and having 2 of those now. Teams like Ole Miss that start out with 6 non-conference games, it seems like, or Missouri that don't play, I don't think Miami's left the state of Florida till last week when they went to SMU and got their butt kicked. Wouldn't you like to have that data in the equation? So, yeah, I think the later you wait, the better you are. The better you are as far as accuracy.
Home games for the first round would be in Lubbock, Texas, Athens, Georgia, Provo, Utah, and Oxford, Mississippi. Those would be the hosts for the initial first-round matchups in the college football playoff.
Based on AP poll or?
No, based on the college football
last night's rate. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I like waiting until November. It gives you enough of a run up between now and what they released last night and the end of the season. And then you don't have to make as many maneuvers because how many times has the AP poll been wrong? I mean, look at LSU. You'd have had a college football playoff committee poll if you did it earlier with LSU in the top 10. Well, that looks foolish at this point.
My bet of
you'd had Texas at number 1 at one point.
I'm glad I didn't actually put money on it, but I had LSU. My bet of the year was them getting. I think their wins total is 8.5, and I was like, that's the easiest bet that you could ever make, and it ended up not being correct. Seth and Rogers texting in. My beef is when you get stuck directly behind a slow dump truck at a light. Everyone behind you jumps in the other lane first, and you end up going around him last because you don't want to get either just hit in the back or T-boned.
Tony in Greenwood says, absolutely right. You got to have enough conference games under your belts. What Tony said, that's what I'm talking about. Until you get to the point that the Big Ten, the SEC, the ACC have all played at least 4 conference games apiece, you don't really have a clue what you've got. So, I mean, I think it's the correct move to wait till November. So, Bet Saracen app have anything up on playoff? I bet who's going to make it. I don't know if they got that in there or not, but just looking at the Bet Saracen app this morning, and obviously no Arkansas game on there, but plenty of college basketball. Man, you can scroll through.
What's that line going to
college
be
basketball.
next week?
I'm trying to see if and I bet they won't have the Arkansas Michigan State game next week.
That'll be a Friday thing.
LSU. I'm going to say Bet Saracen has LSU favored by 4.5 on the initial line.
That's small?
6.5. Yeah,
I was going to say 6.5.
6.5.
Touchdown.
I'm going to go 6.5.
Okay.
I'm modified to 6.5.
All right.
I didn't put enough in there for home field. 11:45 game.
Don't you do what I like to do as the game gets closer,
Rationalize.
think that they have a chance.
No, I don't think Arkansas has any chance. I do once again think Arkansas will have a second half lead and lose.
Okay.
I'm looking here. Bet Saracen does not have that available to bet.
That'll be Sunday.
No. Do they have it? I wish they would. Will Arkansas have a second half lead and then lose?
Oh.
I would love to get some.
Will Arkansas.
Minus
Yeah.
500.
Bet Saracen app available in the Apple app or Google Play Store, the official sports betting app of the Morning Rush. So, I mean, but you talk about your poll, and I hear your point, but essentially the AP poll and the coaches poll, which I don't know why we still do them other than
They're
to have.
sponsored.
Well, that is a good reason, but we do them so TV has a number to put by name. That's it.
Well, that's
and that's the reason they're sponsored.
Looks better on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and that's again what I was
It builds
gonna
excitement.
lead towards is like you have or back in the day, one of the reasons, like whether it's Arkansas, Alabama, Auburn, you had all these different polls that declared champions. Why the reason I am advocating to start it earlier, in my opinion, is why not have one universal poll, but the sponsorship aspect is the reason why you can't do that. They're not going to turn down the AP is not going to turn down money. I can't remember who the coaches poll. I think it might be Amway, but they're not going to.
There's history and all that too, particularly with the AP poll. I mean, it's been around for decades.
But there was history with some of the other, the Harris poll and some of the other polls that have declared national, and those have withered and gone by the wayside.
Well, the UPI poll.
That's my beef is we have too many. And then, in addition, like you've got all these college basketball metrics, which now it's a net rankings thing. You've got too many things. People just want to be able to look at one, not spreadsheet, but one thing and be like, this dictates what's at least happening right now, rather than 2 or 3 or 4.
Well,
and things can happen.
Then you must really hate college baseball. I mean, must really hate it because it's got like 9 polls.
It's just to me, it's annoying. Have one universal poll for football. Have one, which we do now at this point.
Used to. It's called the BCS, and we'd average out the Harris poll, which is a bunch of computer models and the coaches and the AP, and then we'd come up with a formula.
LSU is out of the BCS, by the way.
Right. So I mean,
according to Jeff Landry.
Yeah.
Governor.
So I mean, I hear you, but what's the stage in which we're built upon here? Debate. And man, if you have differing opinions, you have debate.
You know what's funny about that is, how sometimes people say athletes need to stay in their lane. How about politicians stay in yours? You can be a fan of a program and not try and dictate or not try and act like you know everything about it. And he's made a fool of himself.
Who's he? Landry?
Landry has made a fool of himself with some of the comments he made, whether they're just factually inaccurate like the BCS or Jimmy Sexton, who he called Brian Kelly's agent, stuff like that. He has made himself. No one would question
doesn't really know the heart of
football
the matter.
knowledge and stuff like that if he didn't just open his mouth and act like he was the authoritative figure on stuff like that.
Well,
like me, of
he's
course.
the governor. And the governor is used to being able to. The governor in any state kind of rules the roost, at least in the borders of his state. So I think it's been political suicide for him to wade into the coaching matter at LSU Baton Rouge.
Louisiana's got a lot of other issues that
and maybe he's term limited out. I don't know enough about Louisiana state politics, but to me, you can talk about roads and health care and state income tax and all these other things. People don't really wake up. You start messing with their football program, you have their full and undivided attention. So to me, it's political suicide for him to even wade into these waters.
Yeah. So that's where we start.
A lot of alligators in there.
Yeah. What's your beef Wednesday? We've got some other things to get to. Some basketball thoughts from John Calipari last night. I have some facts about donuts that I'd like to share with Tommy Cold and myself this morning.
Well, a donut would be good right now.
Plus some other basketball news, including women's basketball team winning their game last night.
All right, we'll get to the opening drive in just a second. Brought to you by the Fence Man, 782-3936. We'll do our Fence Man Friday picks couple days away. And you can call the Fence Man right now. Get on the schedule for your free quote. You can go to their website, thefencemanar.com, and see examples of their work. This aluminum fencing, I really am impressed with it. It'll never rot, doesn't fade. Once it's put in, it's there. So if you're wanting a fence for life, call and ask about aluminum fencing. They do custom patterns, custom colors. I mean, it really can make it look the way you want it to look. 782-3936, thefencemanar.com. The Fence Man, he ain't afraid of no work.
I've been very blessed in that, I couldn't have picked anything better for my career than to work for the two teams that I really wanted to as a kid.
Longtime trainer since the 80s, all through the Nolan Richardson era. He passed away yesterday and far too young. But we just are thinking about his wife Heather and his daughters, and the former players who've reacted over the last 24 hours. You could tell that his relationship with them was as solid as it gets.
That was a little bit of my game. Trainers can be a competitor also. So that was a little bit of my competitive thing, is that I felt a whole lot better with Al shooting the free throw than I did with the court.
Dave passed away today, I think about 12:25 at Washington Regional here in Fayetteville, and it's very sad. It's very sad for so many of our former players and former coaches that love Dave so much.
What a career, though. I mean, everybody that I talk to brags that he was the best.
One of the things that makes it such a great profession in my eyes is the closeness that you get with your athletes. You see them at their very lowest and you see them at their highest, and if you can be just a little bit of a help to get them there, it makes it all worthwhile.
It's time for the opening drive.
So most of the times it's positive, it's uplifting, it's something good that just happened that we want to talk about. This, unfortunately, is not. Dave England passed away this week, a longtime trainer for Arkansas basketball. Spent 36 years with the University of Arkansas. I saw some former players, as you heard Matt Zimmerman talking about, obviously voiced their opinions on the impact that he had on their life. His nickname, Tommy, was Red and Diamond Dave. Apparently, that's due to the fact that he took over for a guy named Blue, is what Joe Klein was talking, which I didn't know.
I didn't know that either. That's the first I'd heard of that.
You think about two pillars that you've lost recently with Arkansas Athletics, Dean Weber and Dave England. Dave served, again, nearly 40 years. Those guys, it's either right over 90 years or right around 90 years, the level of servitude that they spent with the University of Arkansas. But it's tough. I don't have like this connection that a Matt Jones or everyone have. I do remember at basketball camp, I believe it was Pelfrey's before Anderson's, but I came into the training room because Dave was there for all these camps, and I had this ingrown toenail, and it hurt like nothing else. And so he looks at it and tells me what it is, because I had no idea. I'm a kid. I don't have any idea what's going on. And he's like, just got to play through it, and basically told me to rub some dirt on it and get through it. And it was like that interaction. I still remember it to this day, and I just kind of like took from that. It's like you don't always have a pill, you don't always have like a painkiller or something. You just kind of sometimes you just get through the mud, you get through the trenches. And again, an ingrown toenail is a hell of a lot different than a broken leg or something like that. But Dave impacted so many. It's a bummer to see that he passed away this week.
As a fan and just someone that has watched hundreds of games, I remember all the times you'd watch on TV in the 90s and throughout Nolan's era and all the big moments. Mm-hmm. He was there sitting on the bench, and if I remember right, he kind of kept the scorebook, or he, in addition to taking care of the training, where right now generally you don't see those guys. They're at the end of the bench. They're now the bench. I mean, that was back when the bench was one row. Now we got three rows to the bench. 100 people over there around the coaching staff. He was like one of the coaches. He'd be sitting up there at the head of the bench, and he knew his basketball because he was around it for so long. But a great trainer, and he was one of them, is critical to any program and keeping these guys going. They're about 2/3 trainer and about 1/3 psychologist. And him and Dean Weber were two great ones. And you're right about two pillars on kind of the medical side that have been lost over the last year plus.
And it wasn't just Arkansas basketball; did it for other sports as well.
He did baseball too for for a while.
I think most people associate him with basketball.
Well, you'd see him on TV sitting there. I mean, I remember as a kid seeing Dave England sitting there, and you just knew who he was. There, Scott Edgar and other Brad Dunn, other guys that be on the bench during Nolan's time.
He shared this story with Pig Trail Nation on the '94 National Championship in the game, and I want to play it real quick.
That last couple of minutes of the game, and I shouldn't really say this too, is that during those last 2 minutes, Corey had gotten fouled one time, and he went to the free throw line. Corey just played his tail off in that game. But later in the game, I think it was in the last 2 minutes, he was shooting free throws, and this is when the blood rule first came out. When people really started paying attention to the blood rule. And so he missed his first free throw pretty bad. But the official said, you got some blood on you. And so I always took pride in getting somebody back in the game really quick. But I kind of took my time with Corey a little bit. So we ended up having to put Al Dillard in.
The best stories always start with, I probably shouldn't tell you this, or I probably shouldn't say you this, but you know what? I'm going to say it anyway. It's not like that's statute of limitations or anything, but one of the many great stories I'm sure he shared over the years of his time with Arkansas Athletics, and gone too soon. I hate it. It's crazy just the loss of both those guys in the last year.
That's your opening drive this morning, brought to you by Valley Family Dental, formerly known as Riley Farm Dental. They're right there at the entrance to Riley Farms. Call them for an appointment, 479-226-3500. All types of dental care and procedures, from general dentistry and cleaning your teeth and hygienics to braces, implants, cosmetics, and more. They do it all right there. Plus, they do the snore guard. So if maybe you get a little sleep apnea, you're snoring too much, your breathing's stopping, talk to Dr. Sparkman. They could do a custom mouth guard for you that will eliminate the snoring, help you sleep healthier and a better, more sound sleep. And they'll give you a $300 discount when you mention you heard it here on the Morning Rush on ESPN Arkansas. 479-226-3500, 226-3500, or go to valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Hog update coming up. Congrats to the women's basketball team. We'll share some of the victory last night when we get it going next with your Hog update.
Everybody's talking about Richard's Meat Market because that's my spot, and of course Richard and Chris have been around forever.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
I'll face with you guys.
Need a new fence but not ready to pay all at once? The Fence Man, serving Fort Smith for over 40 years, offers 18-month financing so you can secure your home or office now and pay over time. Free quotes, custom designs, and the expertise to accomplish what most can't. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanAR.com. The Fence Man, he ain't afraid of no work.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Elizabeth.
This is Robert. And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Folks, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
No, it's not Christmas yet.
No, Mom, he's referring to football season.
Oh, speaking of football, guess what we just got in?
Season tickets?
Sideline passes?
Well, close. We just started receiving the Nike sideline apparel like hats and polos.
Yeah, but did we get jerseys?
Yeah, we got both kinds, cardinal and white.
We also have youth and adult sizes.
That's great. People have been asking for that for quite some time now. Matt, by the way, I did some research, and there's no shot for going viral.
Oh, Lord. Mom, he's a goner.
Anyway, besides Nike, we also have Champion, Cutter & Buck, Tommy Bahama, and many other brands.
All at the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole, which is 989 South Razorback Road, next to Baumwalker Stadium. Matt, you tell them all about them interweb pages for him.
He means the website, which is shoponrazorback.com.
Or give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs!
I felt a whole lot better with Al shooting the free throw than I did with Corey.
This is the Morning Rush.
How could I possibly be expected to handle work on it like this? Take a day off and check out the certified pre-owned rides at Wrath Auto Resources. Just bring in your old car and upgrade to the road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle of your choice and get state sales tax paid. So choice. I highly recommend picking one up. Life moves pretty fast, so stop and look around at Wrath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, WrathAutoFortSmith.com. You're still here? The ad's over.
Hey, it's Zach from the Ruskin and Zach Show. We will be live at Blue Ember Smokehouse Monday, November 17th at 8000 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith. Order one of their whole turkeys, juicy turkey breasts, or flavorful pit carving hams, all slow smoked the Blue Ember way. And don't forget your favorite sauce, mac and cheese, green beans, baked beans, potato salad, and more. Spend more time with the family and less time in the kitchen. Place your holiday order today by stopping in-store or calling your nearest Blue Ember Smokehouse. Blue Ember Smokehouse. Get smoked.
Budweiser, the American lager. A time-honored recipe, true to our original process, brewed using the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt, delivering great quality beer since 1876. Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Valley Family Dental at the entrance to Riley Farms provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. General dentistry, braces, implants, same-day crowns, and cosmetics. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients a better life with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A at the entrance to Riley Farms. Let them know you heard this on ESPN Radio and receive $300 off a store card. Valley Family Dental, 479-226-3500 for an appointment or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at precisiondoornwa.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Are you an electrician that's looking for a smaller, non-corporate job? Well, I'm here in studio with Sloan Walker of Sloan Electric, starting 40, 45 hours a week, anywhere from $20 to $28 an hour, depending on the experience.
Yeah, that's all correct. We offer competitive pay. We have 6 paid major holidays. I'm working on some other benefits to go with those for my current employees and future employees. Best way to get in contact with me is just give me a phone call or text at 479-461-4302. Sloan Electric. We can power up together.
At Dobson Fiber, we're helping you build stronger connections by bringing the fastest internet network available to your business. Why fiber? Fiber internet provides reliable, symmetrical, blazing speeds. Without any interruptions or buffering, you can rely on Dobson for all your data needs. With Dobson Fiber as your premium internet provider, you can focus on the things that matter and the connections you build. To see if fiber is available to you, visit Dobson.net. Dobson Fiber, building stronger connections.
Hey, Ty Richardson at my favorite place, Papa's Pub and Pizzeria, 508 Garrison Avenue. And Cricket, we always talk about specials. Wednesday, ladies' night. I know you love Wednesdays here.
I love my Wednesdays. All the ladies come out. We have $5.99 small cheesy bread. We have pink panty droppers on special. We've got low bombs on special. And it's all about ladies on a Wednesday here at Papa.
Papa's Pub and Pizzeria, the best darn pizza in Fort Smith, perhaps the world. Cricket, what do you think about Papa's Pub and Pizzeria?
I think it's the best darn pizza in Fort Smith and perhaps the world.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
There's only one Razorback.
Uncle Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
Razorback fans, let's stand up and call those.
7 down.
This one belongs to the Razorbacks. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Colin. Alex has got room.
By Woo Big Suey. This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
Ladies and gentlemen, 68-yard bomber from the Jacksonville Jaguars and Woo Pig Suey. Ladies and gentlemen, Cam Little.
Pleasure to be on the show. I'm excited, man. Always wanted to be on the
show. There it is. Yeah, we always get it wrong.
So Hunter's having a really good season. Hunter Henry for the New England Patriots, who, by the way, are really good this year. Drake May's been really good for them. Cam Little just kicked the NFL record over the weekend for the Jacksonville Jaguars, 68 yards. Jake Bates, another guy that you're having success in the National Football League, but cool to see him get some notoriety yesterday on Pat McAfee.
Wouldn't it be cool just hearing Pat and his crew attempting to call the Hogs? If you could ever get back in a spot where you could have game day here and have McAfee play into the crowd and all the things he does, that would be cool to see his antics in Fayetteville.
Only to pick the opponent.
Yeah.
That's his favorite thing to do. And he didn't do it last weekend, but he gets the fan bases all jacked up. He does the fight song and everything else, and then he's like, let's say it'd be Tennessee. just because that's the last team you played in town. I'm picking the Vols. Like he loves doing that. But that would be cool to see.
Does Cam ever get a chance at in a real game a 70-yarder?
He gave up. I mean, if you watch that kick, I think that
there's room to spare.
Yeah. And is it?
I mean, will they give him it's not exactly field position. It's going to have to be the right situation, end of a half.
Yeah.
Breeze not in your face, those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
It's good, but I think he could get a 70-yarder. We saw it in preseason, so it'd be cool to see that actually be a 70-yard kick.
What's wild is him and Bates were on the same team. Bates didn't attempt a field goal when he was at Arkansas. Transferred out and then came back in. He kicked off, did the kickoffs. And Cam, just cool to see him having the success. He was a captain and kicked that game winner in Baton Rouge his freshman year. So no surprise to see him having success. Didn't necessarily expect him to kick a 68-yarder, but cool to see. Hey, how about the Arkansas women's basketball team getting their win yesterday?
She can dribble out the last 6 seconds. How about this?
What a game.
Hogs were down by 15 in the first, and they win it anyway. Game 1 of the Kelsey Music era belongs to the Razorbacks by a 93-81 final score. Pretty impressive win, too.
Yeah, really, really good game. Really good game.
Not every Game 1 win is impressive. This one is.
17-2. You're down in the first quarter, and then they came storming back. So pretty impressive. They were like 3-15 to start the game, and then they beat Louisiana.
Wouldn't have been a great start to a new era, would it? But glad they pulled that out, and I know they got the morning game coming up Friday. What does Phil call it? The Screaming Kids game. They bring in all the elementary students from Benton and Washington County to watch the Razorbacks.
Oh man. Prayers for Phil on Friday. All right, that's your Hog Update, brought to you by our friends at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
All right, Kevin is in Rogers this morning here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Kevin, good morning.
Hey, Ty. Hey, Tommy. How's it going, Tommy?
Hey,
beautiful
good.
Day.
Yes, it is. Man, we are getting some actual fall right now.
Yeah, I'm going to hit the water here shortly. Hey, I actually don't really, most of the time I call, it's about, opinions and stuff like that. I actually do have a couple of beefs. One, please, Arkansas football fans and basketball, let's stop blaming the officials for our misdoings. I told Matt and Phil the same thing yesterday. Matt agreed. It's like that last call that was a intentional grounding. Everybody whined and complained. That was a tackle, and Matt agreed. Matt agreed. It was. He goes, they called that against Tony Bua years ago on Chris Leak, and that wasn't a foul then. That official got it right. Let's not blame officiating for our losses. We have that issue in basketball also, especially, during the Muss and Anderson era where the calls on the road, it's half the fouls. And that's just the way it is. We have to play to win, and we can't be making excuses because that does nothing for our program. Secondly, hey, Tommy and Ty, I was looking at the tiebreaker with the Arkansas Athletic Association for the 7A West.
Mm-hmm.
Are you aware how they do this?
I've heard Alyssa talking with Phil and Matt yesterday and going over the scenario because if Bentonville beats Bentonville West, it doesn't matter for the first seed because they'll be undefeated. But if West beats Bentonville and because Rogers beat Bentonville West, you'd have the perfect triangle. And it comes down to points in your point differential, and it counts up to 13 points per game in conference games. So, and I think West has Rogers by 2 right now, but if Rogers wins by so many, it's a little convoluted going into this Week 10.
Right. Well, I talked to someone who's an official.
Oh Lord, don't do that.
Well, he's a good guy. He's someone I know that I fish with and stuff, and he does, he referees and most high school games, and he says this is the way it works. Depending on point differential, no matter if you like Rogers, some of their games, they beat West 70-42.
Yep.
You only get 13.
13, that's right.
The highest point.
Kevin,
highest point total.
Yeah, and that adds up. Kevin, appreciate the call, but yeah, it is going to be a wild Friday night. We're up against the clock. Hate to cut it short. Hey, when it comes to banking, you deserve a pleasant and productive experience and one that puts you first. That's what you'll find at Sterling Bank. Every transaction feels personal because they're not just your bankers, they're your friends, and they're your neighbors. And they're behind all the businesses and organizations that make Northwest Arkansas thrive. If you're looking for a new bank, visit Sterling Bank, Fayetteville, Rogerson, and Bentonville, and learn more at stirbank.bank. Sterling Bank, invested in you, committed to Northwest Arkansas.
Morning Rush Daily Question coming up. We got some other basketball stuff to get into as well next.
Well, he's talking about Richard's Meat Market because that's my spot. And, of course, Richard and Chris have been around forever.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
I'll face with you guys.
Need a new fence but not ready to pay all at once? The Fence Man, serving Fort Smith for over 40 years, offers 18-month financing so you can secure your home or office now and pay over time. Free quotes, custom designs, and the expertise to accomplish what most can't. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanar.com. The Fence Man, he ain't afraid of no work.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Elizabeth.
This is Robert. And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Folks, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
No, it's not Christmas yet.
No, Mom, he's referring to football season.
Oh, speaking of football, guess what we just got in?
Season tickets?
Sideline passes?
Well, close. We just started receiving the Nike sideline apparel like hats and polos.
Yeah, but did we get jerseys?
Yeah, we got both kinds, cardinal and white.
We also have youth and adult sizes.
That's great. People have been asking for that for quite some time now. Matt, by the way, I did some research, and there's no shot for going viral.
Oh, Lord. Mom, he's a goner.
Anyway, besides Nike, we also have Champion, Cutter and Buck, Tommy Bahama, and many other brands.
All at the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole, which is 989 South Razorback Road, next to Baumwalker Stadium. Matt, you tell them all about them interweb-based brands.
He means the website, which is shoponrazorback.com.
Or give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
I went somewhere, they're calling him Billy Goat. Saying, Billy Goat. I go, what?
This is the Morning Rush.
How could I possibly be expected to handle work on a day like this? Take a day off and check out the certified pre-owned rides at Rath Auto Resources. Just bring in your old car and upgrade to the road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle of your choice and get state sales tax paid. So choice. I highly recommend picking one up. Life moves pretty fast, so stop and look around at Rath Auto Resources. 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, rathautofortsmith.com. You're still here? The ad's over.
TGI Fridays in Fort Smith, where football fans win with 50-cent wings all day, every Monday and Thursday. Just 50-cent wings, boneless or traditional, with a 10-piece minimum. It's perfect for Monday night and Thursday night football. Also, don't forget TGI Fridays' brand new steakhouse menu. Hand-cut 14-ounce ribeyes, juicy 8-ounce wrap fillets, and loaded baked potatoes. Big groups are always welcome after the game, and we're open till midnight on Friday and Saturday. TGI Fridays. Come hungry, leave happy. TGI Fridays at 540 and Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.
Get ready, Fort Smith. Hometown Market Days is coming to the Fort Smith Convention Center November 7th and 8th. Come shop and find all your Christmas must-haves, from trendy boutique to handmade gifts, vintage treasures, sweet treats, and more. Doors open each day at 10 a.m., and the first 25 shoppers score amazing swag bags. Bring all your friends and family and your honey. It's shopping time and holiday vibes at Hometown Market Days. See you November 7th and 8th.
Hey drivers, got a reefer on the fritz or a trailer that needs some TLC? Roll into High Tech Truck Refrigeration Service in Van Buren, your one-stop, full-service, semi-truck and trailer repair facility, proudly serving you for over 30 years. At High Tech Truck, they do it all: DOTs, preventative maintenance, structural repairs, and expert reefer service. Fast, reliable, and driver approved. Call High Tech Truck today at 479-474-2220. Keep your wheels and your freight moving. High Tech Truck, proud sponsors of Arkansas football.
When a business has been around more than 65 years, you know they're doing something right. Hey, Ty Richardson for Johnny's Transmission. They've been trusted in Fort Smith and the River Valley since 1959. Located at 1212 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith, they strive to make every customer's experience outstanding and want your vehicle to be in the best condition for the road ahead. Check out their website, johnnystransmissionfs.com, and find them on Facebook. Johnny's Transmission, family owned and operated since 1959.
When electrical needs pop up, don't get left in the dark. Call the local team that's trusted on and off the field. Harrison Electric. That's who homeowners and local businesses choose. Harrison Electric. Honest, dependable, and they leave no mess behind. From quick fixes to major upgrades, Harrison Electric is your go-to for all your electrical projects. Don't sit on the sideline with electrical problems. Get back in the game with the pros you can count on. Harrison Electric. Honest, quick, trusted. 652-3077.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Time for the Carpat Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's Place in Lowell online at carpatsocial.com.
It is National Donut Day, gents. All your favorites today you could eat calorie free. Does that mean they're calorie free if it's National Donut Day?
On the holiday, yes.
That's all right. Do you know the story or the legend behind how a donut got the hole in the middle?
Now let's play some music.
Donuts.
Now go.
Do you know how this happened?
Mm-mm.
The legend goes like this. A 16-year-old American named Hanson Gregory, way back in 1847, suggested punching the center out to ensure the dough cooked evenly all the way through. And that's how the hole got in the middle of a donut. I think the donut holes are better than the donuts themselves.
Those will get you in trouble because you'll sit there and you'll eat one or two, and then you end up having 45.
Right, you can have a box of donuts here. You'll eat one or two. Mm-hmm. And if you had it's kind of like Chick-fil-A nuggets.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't stop.
Your restraint is just going to go out the window.
Right. If you made a sandwich, you would eat one sandwich, right? You make finger sandwiches. You cut them in fourths. You'll eat 20. It's unbelievable. So I guess the Morning Rush Daily Question, and you can text us on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline or even call in. What's your favorite kind of donut? I mean, you got the cinnamon twist. I'll take cinnamon rolls, from the bakery. I'll take Long Johns. I'll take chocolate covered donuts. I'll take apple fritters, bear claws. Mm-hmm. Any of those will qualify today as a correct answer. What is your favorite kind of donut here on National Donut Day?
I would say the holes. I think that.
I mean, I'm like you. I mean, I don't get those very often because they don't seem like the best value. But man, if you just go, you wilt and you just say throw it, because they always have them back there in a little white bag, a little paper bag. Those never make it back. Like if I go get donuts for the kids on a Saturday or something, that bag never makes it past the trash can when I'm coming in the garage.
They used to fry them back in helmets during World War I. Do you know that?
Well, I did see that, because someone did the research here. National Donut Day was established in 1938 by the Salvation Army to honor the donut lassies, as they were called, brave female volunteers who served fresh donuts to U.S. soldiers on the front lines of World War I. You're out there on the front lines of World War I cooking donuts.
Yeah, imagine not having anything good and not seeing a female for that long. And then to just see a female that brings you donuts. That's an angel. Yeah. Angel in the presence.
I had to go to New York a couple of weeks ago for a National Association of Broadcasters event. And I was walking by. I was so proud of myself. I walked by a Krispy Kreme and it had the red light on. There was a small line coming out the door. And you know those things right when they come off that conveyor belt and they're still warm. Because to me, that the best way to eat a donut is about
warm,
8 seconds out of the microwave,
off the glaze, ready to go.
Oh, just maybe warm enough you could use a fork. That's the best way to eat a donut.
That Krispy Kreme light, when it's on, it's just like a bat signal.
Man,
it's a beacon of hope.
I did not
you
cross
gotta
the
pull in.
street. I was so proud of myself for showing restraint. Just kept walking.
I think the best donut, my personal opinion, is just a regular old-fashioned glazed. I can get down with a bear claw, like you mentioned, or one of the like the maple bars, which is what Hog Wild and Van Buren said. One donut that I won't do, the little mini powdered ones in a package. No good. No good.
All right.
There's a place in Destin. There's a location in Sandestin and in Destin. I haven't been there in a long time. I think it's called the Donut Hole is the name of the place, and it is legendary. You will wait a good bit of time to get in the door there. But they do this donut, and you choose the filling. So they'll pipe them full of whatever flavoring you want. And they've got some standard ones. They have a chocolate-covered, peanut butter-filled donut. And it is, without question, the best donut I have ever eaten.
JT in Hot Springs echoes that. same
Unbelievable.
thing. Phil would help me on
And
this.
it's like a peanut butter. My wife made this frosting for a cake once. She did made a peanut butter flavored frosting, and it was just like that. I'm like, man, we just had chocolate, and these were donuts without the holes. Put that stuff in. I mean, that's death row food right there.
Andy says Casey's has some sneaky good donuts. Beignets are the best kind, if that counts, according to Ryan Prairie Grove. Paul likes the chocolate bar donuts.
Okay.
The maple bar from Paul's Bakery.
Paul's knows
in
what they're doing over
Van
there in Crawford County.
Let's see.
Rick's Bakery's got some good stuff there.
Old-fashioned maple bars, according to Hog Wild and Van Buren. Some responses on that. There was a place that Phil and I went to when we were in Memphis with our old coworker Drew Barrett. That was Cal's favorite donut spot, and it was right next to Gus's Fried Chicken. And I can't think of the name, but it was really good.
I was on College yesterday. Cronuts. I've not been in there, but the Cronut Donuts. Have you been there in Fayetteville?
I've seen it, but
I haven't been in there either.
Have you had a cronut?
No.
It's the difference between a cronut and
And
a
then
donut.
they've got this new place, Sugar Llamas, that do the little mini donuts. They brought some of those in here for us to try one day, and those talk about the little small and just eat way too many. Those could be a problem.
Bill says Cougar Tails from
I had one.
Provo. I thought you did.
And it's just a long john, the long rectangular donut. It's just about twice as long as normal. It's like 18 inches long.
Gibson's. Thank you, Aaron. That's it. Gibson's Donuts is the place. I appreciate the response. All right, that is your Cart Pass Social Morning Rush Daily question on National Donut Day. What are you partaking in? What's your favorite? Guess I need to go to the donut hole. Did you get your 30A sticker? You don't have your 30A sticker on the back.
No, because I'm not a DB.
Number one
Is
place.
it next to your Salt Life sticker?
Yeah. Number one place for indoor golf in Arkansas is at Cart Pass Social. Whether you're planning your Christmas party, your corporate event, your birthday party, just go to cartpasssocial.com, click on the events tab, and Nate and Christian can help you with more information. Gift cards, perfect for stocking stuffers this holiday season. You can find the league play schedule online. It's always BYOB at Cart Pass Social. You don't have to wear golf attire. You can if you want. Come in relaxed, 479-487-3622, or go to cartpasssocial.com. Let's go to Forest City Joe this morning here on the Lewis Automotive Group Hotline. What's up, man?
Ty, thank you very much. And Tommy Kraft, I'm glad you're here today.
Thank you, Forest
You
City.
wasn't here the other day when I called in here about these referees.
If I'd have known you were calling, I'd have been here.
At Razorback Stadium. Being the old ref that you were, I'm telling you, Tommy. I've watched this game twice. And this guy before the break that you just had on, talking about stop making excuses, this guy's so full of crap, man. He's so full of crap. I know what my eyes saw. And I've been on this. I didn't just start Saturday. Saturday was just the absolute worst I've ever seen. I mean, I go back and look at this game. I'm seeing Quincy Rose get tackled 2 or 3 times, and this was when all those calls was going on, with no flag being thrown. The referee standing right there looking at it. And every time Arkansas tried to make a play, he was calling holding or something to wipe the play out. This was a disgrace, and Sankey was in Little Rock at the Little Rock Touchdown Club yesterday, and his answer was just disgusting. He basically just, oh yeah, we look at this and we look at that. This crew should be fired because they were biased. And I'm telling you, Arkansas is a bad football team. Other teams shouldn't need any help to beat him. He's bad. He'll beat himself most of the time. But in that particular game, he got beat by the referees. I'll say it flat straight out because he wasn't allowed to execute his plays without holding or something being called, while the other team was 18 penalties for 193, almost 200 yards, to 4 penalties for 30 yards. You telling me it's one team that's doing all this stuff? I went back and I watched the tape. Tommy, being the old referee you are, explain to me how this could happen.
Well, I thought there were some inconsistencies, and I don't know that they missed on all 18 flags. I think I think Arkansas committed a lot of fouls, but I'm with the one that really, sticks in my craw is on the 2-point conversion when Taylon Green was taken down, and the camera angle's not great, but it looks very similar to the play that Quincy Rhodes was flagged for roughing the passer in the first half.
It was worse. It was a suplex.
That's the one of all the plays, and you can go back. I mean, Arkansas did not play well. They were undisciplined.
But neither did Mississippi State. You had two bad football teams out there, Tom.
Yeah, and you're not going to get the best referees in the league when you got 2 over teams. But
the best referees in the league, there are no good referees in this league. They're all bad. And I've been saying this for years. This goes back to, like I told Ty the other day, Florida game when Petrino was here the first game with Malcolm Shepard, and that got national attention. And then that garbage when Bo Nix threw the ball backwards, a fumble, the game's over. Arkansas recovers the ball. The game's over there. And they go somehow find a way by going to the replay official and find a way to give the ball back to Auburn. They go down to kick the winning field goal. This crap has been going on now for years, and I'm sick and tired of it.
So what should Sankey do about it?
These referees, just like he did that Auburn referee the other day, they should be fired. Every last one of them that was on this crew, every single one of them, and because this was not only unprofessional. Anybody with 2 eyes could see what was going on here. They got pissed off at Petrino after Green got suplexed, and they end up calling Green for unsportsmanlike conduct. And then Bobby adds 15 more off for getting unsportsmanlike conduct, and you're kicking off from your 20-yard line. I mean,
10.
it just got out of hand, out of control, and they walk away scot-free. Unlike the Auburn referee, who they basically fired and got him out of there. I remember after Alabama game, after J.J. Meadows' great catch to win the ball game, they claimed was trapped. The crew got suspended the next day. This is Arkansas. I understand he got no respect. He gets no. That was the reason Hunter Yurachek was chasing after the referee after the game and getting him a piece of his mind because he know what happened there. Anybody who saw this game saw what happened. And Arkansas' only chance to win a game was basically handed to Mississippi State. That's what pisses me off so much. Thank you, gentlemen, very much.
Perfect,
right, Joe.
Perfect on What's Your Beef Wednesday.
Yeah, What's Your Beef Wednesday brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Referees might be your beef. Hey, they've got all kinds of quality, high-end, flavor, tender, all those things you're looking for in your next steak. I like to go into Richard's and have them cut me about 1.5 inch thick bone-in ribeye. Have them put a little of that Richard's seasoning on there, wrap that thing up, take it home, let it get room temperature, put it on a hot charcoal grill, and away we go. Cook it to about 132 in the middle, let it rest for about 10 minutes, and when you slice into it, you're going to say, Richard's is the place for a great steak. Whether it's bacon wrap fillets, bone-in ribeyes, they've got it. 443-0000 for Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville.
Hour number 2 coming up. Richard Davenport's going to join us, talk some recruiting next.
Need a new fence but not ready to pay all at once? The Fence Man, serving Fort Smith for over 40 years, offers 18-month financing so you can secure your home or office now and pay over time. Free quotes, custom designs, and the expertise to accomplish what most can't. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanAR.com. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Hey, Hawk fans, this is Elizabeth.
This is Robert. And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Folks, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
No, it's not Christmas yet.
No, Mom, he's referring to football season.
Oh, speaking of football, guess what we just got in?
Season tickets?
Sideline passes?
Well, close. We just started receiving the Nike sideline apparel like hats and polos.
Yeah, but did we get jerseys?
Yeah, we got both kinds, cardinal and white.
We also have youth and adult sizes.
That's great. People have been asking for that for quite some time now. Matt, by the way, I did...
Anyway, besides Nike, we also have Champion, Cutter & Buck, Tommy Bahama, and many other brands.
All at the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole, which is 989 South Razorback Road, next to Baumwalker Stadium. Matt, you tell them all about them interweb-based brands.
He means the website, which is shoponrazorback.com.
Or give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs!
Whether you're fishing for cold water bass on Beaver Lake or Table Rock, or fishing for a trophy brown trout on the mighty White River, the Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue will catch them. It has that famous rolling action whether it's fished extremely slow or worked fast in heavy current. This rogue suspends, so it will stay in the strike zone longer, allowing you to catch more fish. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue.
This is the Morning Rush.
Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Envisions at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Envision showcases inspired design with exclusive features in this 5-passenger SUV. Or drive the brand new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover for as low as $399 per month. These are limited time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith or online at harryrobinson.com.
At Hardee's, every Tuesday is now Tender Bender Tuesday. Right now, download the Hardee's app and join My Rewards. Buy 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders, get 3 free. It's Tender Bender BOGO every Tuesday now through June 2026. This Tuesday, get 3 tenders, free. Next Tuesday, get them free. The Tuesday after that, you guessed it, free. Buy 3 tenders, get 3 free. Another great benefit for My Rewards members, only at Hardee's. Registration and app required. Available for limited time at participating restaurants. See app for terms.
The season of giving is here. This is Colton Little with ESPN Arkansas, and we're partnering with C2 Supply in Poto, Oklahoma, and we want you to join us for a special cause. Come by Poto Chamber of Commerce this Friday, November 7th from 11:30 to 1:30 for C2 Supply's drive-through fundraiser for the Poto Community Holiday Dinners. Lunch will be served starting at 11:30, and as you go through, cash donations will help provide Thanksgiving and Christmas meals for all local families in need. So drive through and grab lunch, then give from the heart. Together, let's make sure everyone has a place and a meal at the table this holiday season. ESPN Arkansas and C2 Supply, making a difference this holiday season with your heart of giving.
It's always good to be home for the holidays. So if you are currently looking for a different rental, or you're new to the area and looking for your first rental in the River Valley, Marshall's Management has you covered. Apartments, duplexes, and single-family homes are all part of Marshall's rental inventory. And currently, Marshall's is offering holiday specials with big discounts on first month's rent and signing gifts to help you enjoy the holidays in your new home. Check out availability at marshallsrentals.com and get your unit picked out before they're all gone.
Have you had Cheerwine yet? The cherry flavored soda has had people coming back since 1917. This is RD with Platinum Distributing. We help bring Cheerwine to the River Valley for you to try. Nothing goes with food like Cheerwine. Burgers, barbecue, pizza, you name it. Okay, now we're hungry and thirsty. Cheerwine is a one-of-a-kind soft drink with a unique cherry taste that has been delighting Southerners for more than a century. Pick up Cheerwine at your local Jam Mart, Harps, and other fine establishments. Cheerwine, uniquely Southern since 1917.
It's the season for shopping the store that honors Christ all year long. It's the season for shopping the Solid Rock. Lots of gift ideas, including home decor, greeting cards, books, women's boutique items, and of course, Bibles. And while you're there, make your gift extra special with custom laser engraving, pins, cutting boards, wallets, Bibles, and more. Lots of selections to choose from, or ask about custom orders. The Solid Rock, located next to Sam's Club on South 74th in Fort Smith. The Solid Rock, family owned and serving the River Valley for over 48 years.
Stop in for big savings on their 2-day Christmas open house on November 21st and 22nd.
Here's NASCAR Hall of Famer Mark Martin.
As a race car driver for 40 years, I survived a lot of crashes. Not everyone can run into a wall at 200 miles an hour and walk away. Without a seatbelt, I wouldn't be alive today. Now I'm retired, back home in Arkansas driving my pickup. I'm shocked how many people aren't wearing seatbelts. Why risk your life when it only takes 2 seconds to buckle up? Take it from number 6. Buckle up, Arkansas.
A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, sunny skies. Our high this afternoon will warm up into the mid-70s, mainly a clear sky. Overnight lows in the mid-40s north, near 50 south, and sunshine low 70s on Thursday. We will end it with more sunshine Friday, a high in the low to mid-70s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Grain Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936. 95.3 KERX Paris Fort Smith.
Tommy's right on this one. Do you feel? Let me ask you this.
Normal around here.
I mean, refs are people too. It ain't just coaches and players. And if they're a part of the game, then by God, they ought to be a part of the game. And they ought to be a part of the accountability, and they ought to be a part of the consequences, not just behind some shadowy curtain. Like, no, they ought to have to answer for it.
There was 163 yards discrepancy in penalties. And it just bothers me, not from covering as much as covering from the team standpoint as a college football fan. I didn't like that blatant discrepancy.
It's like your taxes. You want them done quick and early, or you want them done right? I don't want my coaching search done quick. I want it done right. So let's quit worrying about when this is going to be done, when we get some answer. Let's get this thing and this process done correctly.
Live from the Busch Light Studios with Ty Richardson.
That's an accurate point, Colton. I don't know if I've heard a better one all day.
And Tommy Kraft.
That seems to be a dumpster fire.
And produced by Colton Little.
Baby possums were being sold online, $100 a pop.
This is the Morning Rush.
All right, so we get going in hour number 2. Richard Davenport is going to join us here on a What's Your Beef Wednesday, brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market. All of us have friends or classmates that we haven't talked to in years, decades. Got a Facebook message last week, and it boiled down to the guy just wanting money for his business. What is your reaction for someone that you weren't good friends with in school by any stretch of the imagination? Maybe said like 20 words to in high school, and then them just calling out of the blue and trying to pluck money from you. That's a beef of mine, right? Maybe one thing if we were tied, if we were close, but to do that, it's honestly, and it just kind of ticked me off a little bit.
Well, what if that had been your grandfather back in the day, and it was Sam Walton, his old high school buddy, that called and said, "Hey, I got this idea for this retail store. Would you like to invest early?" Maybe you missed the chance of a lifetime, Ty.
I think it's a beef. Maybe I'm wrong. Lewis Automotive Group hotline 877-377-6963. I don't want to speak ill, and I'm not going to say who this is, but I don't know if I would be willing. Maybe it's changed, but that's not one I'm going to. Jamie says that's a big beef.
All right.
Maybe I am missing out.
You could be. You could be a gazillionaire, and you just you could be one of them people that needed to do your fair share.
We did this one show, and we talked to like the beef conversation centered around stocks, and it was just what beef do you have with yourself of a stock you let go or a stock you never invested in? And I think that was the most text that we ever received of people so frustrated, so angry, so dismayed with themselves on a decision they made 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago that ultimately cost them millions upon millions of dollars.
Yeah, I've got some of them stories. Butcher Beef Wednesday brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market, one block east of College and Rolling Hills at 3042 North Market Avenue. It's the holiday season. It's grilling season. We got fall weather. It's time to get by Richard's and get ready for this weekend coming up. Bacon wrap fillets, gourmet burgers, and fresh kebabs. Richard's has everything you need. Go to richardscountrymeatmarket.com. We are into No Shave November. I thought you were going to do No Shave November.
Can you hear that?
That's it? That's 5 days in for you?
How many days? When did I shave?
Well, it's the 5th.
Pulling on my calendar.
Oh, so it may be more than 5 days.
I threw the planner sheet away.
Oh, my.
I shaved.
I thought that was sacred cow, that planner.
Hold on. I shaved last Friday, the 31st. And I'm going to be in.
So you're 6 days in, and that's what you've got to show for it?
It doesn't look that bad. Let me look at it again.
Colton, what do you think?
I think that not everybody can do it. I mean, this is all I can do. I mean, this took 6 months of really hard work.
My hair grows other places. Not my back, luckily, but it grows other places that I wish it would grow up top and not down low.
Skip the razor and grow for a reason. It's No Shave November with the Arkansas Prostate Cancer Foundation. Help raise awareness for men's health in Arkansas. Sign up at arprostatecancer.org, and I hope you can do better than Ty on attempting to grow some facial hair.
Listen, God has blessed
me. You may have to register in the neighborhood if that's how it's going to look.
Yeah, God's blessed me in a number of different ways. I've got a good job, good family, good friends.
Great boss.
Yeah. But
really talented young producer who helps you out.
Yeah.
That's the best
Man,
take.
you are surrounded by a great team of people that make you look good.
Great.
Other than that beard.
Great guest. That's upcoming with Richard Davenport, but he just didn't bless me with good facial hair. My brother's got good facial hair. He can grow a 5 o'clock shadow, but I don't have it. So
it's just a 5 o'clock shadow. But it's a 5 a.m. shadow. That's the.
It's coming in
7:30 in the morning.
The problem is it won't change colors. It stays that pasty white blonde like my hair from back in the day, and it hasn't changed with the rest of my hair color. Like up top, it's
Just wait till you hit Just run the joke. Wait till you hit puberty.
I was gonna say you
like Ryan Day and diet.
You had to. You were gonna
get
nail
them
it
out
there,
to work,
but that's okay. All right, Brian is in Ozark this morning. Speaking of not hitting puberty, Brian, go ahead, man. You're on the morning rush.
What's going on? Hey, listen to everybody, cry about that game last week, but Texas got a bad call too. They awarded Vanderbilt an extra 2-point safety that that kid was 2 feet from the goal line when he went out of bounds. But they gave him the 2 points anyways to make it a 3-point game.
Replay got that wrong too by 2 feet.
Yeah,
he was get out of here.
Come
on, man,
Brian. You want to start into a call?
Come on,
Texas. The Texas Longhorns did not get a call. That's how you want to start this.
Get out of here.
Yeah, even though we kicked the crap out of Vanderbilt up and down the field,
it was a 3-point game.
Defense.
You were biting your nails off at the end.
No, I wasn't.
Oh,
no,
you should have been.
I was not. Why? Arch Manning lit them up, and the defense destroyed that quarterback.
Destroyed? What? You gave up 21 fourth quarter points. What destroyed? That's your definition of destroyed?
Okay, well, who's beating Vanderbilt other than Auburn or Alabama? Texas played a damn good game, and I can't wait for Arkansas. Can't wait for Arkansas to come to Austin and cry. That's what I can't wait for, because they will. They're going to leave. Arch Manning's going to light that defense up. He's on his game now. That's all I got to say. Go Texas.
Bold take, Brian.
I was watching that game, and for those that didn't start out watching it, Arch throws a screenplay to Ryan Wingo, Ronnie's little brother, and he houses it 75 yards. And I'm just thinking to myself, man, he would look so much better in Razorback uniform than he does. But Arch has played better, but is that going to be enough to go into Athens, Georgia next week and beat the Bulldogs? I don't think so. I don't think Arch is going to be the first quarterback to beat Georgia under Steve Sarkisian, but I could be wrong about that. Could be wrong. Do you think I'm wrong about that? Do you think they go into Athens and win that game?
No.
At night, 7:30 Eastern that they just announced? Yeah, I don't think so either. All right, let's talk to our buddy Richard Davenport here on the Morning Rush.
Do you know what the preservation room is for?
Delicious jams and jellies.
No. Richard Davenport on the Morning Rush is brought to you by House of Webster. From the heart of Arkansas, House of Webster delivers top-tier jams, jellies, and sauces with a flavor you can't find anywhere else.
That's a tap.
Richard, does it pain me does it pain you like me watching Ryan play for Texas, knowing how much success Ronnie had here at Arkansas and he wasn't too far away in St. Louis? Does that just hurt your mind, body, and soul seeing that?
Yeah, it does. It does. I might have told you, I'm pretty sure I've told you, but of all the parents I've gotten to know through the years, Ronnie Wingo Sr. is like a brother to me. We communicate weekly, and I text him, I think after that Vanderbilt game, and just told him, well, man, Ryan just showed out. He's been showing out the last few games for sure. So he's been a go-to guy. But that Ryan's just such a great kid, and just gotten to know the family since Ronnie Jr.'s recruiting days, and stayed close to him. And I always told him, wherever you go, I'm going to be cheering for you. But it would have been nicer if they would have been here. Obviously, would have been able to see him more often. So, but I'm still happy for him.
You get to know a lot of kids and families over the years. I know kickers aren't as highly paid attention to when they get to campus, but Cam Little comes to Fayetteville as I think the highest rated kicker according to Coles, and has a good freshman year, sophomore year, and junior, and now is one of the better kickers in the National Football League. How happy were you, Richard, to see him achieve what he did Sunday and kick that 68-yarder, break an NFL record?
Well, he's just a really personable, outgoing kid. That's the way he was in high school, and obviously at Arkansas, and still he's that way in the NFL. And he didn't really. I can't recall any time when I thought he probably did something he probably shouldn't have done at Arkansas or in the NFL. I'm talking about character-wise and stuff like that. So whenever you get a guy like that, you always root for him, and to make that history. And then that ball, it was probably good from 73, 74. So he'll top 70 at some point. There's no doubt. He'll get that opportunity, and you just hope he's able to capitalize. It's pretty special, obviously.
Richard Davenport with us on the Lewis Automotive Group Hotline, brought to you by the House of Webster. Let's recap this past weekend, who was visiting, and maybe some of the fallout and some of the follow-up you've had from a weekend where Arkansas lost to Mississippi State. I know there were quite a few visitors on campus.
Yeah, well, you had Danny Bill from Cross County, who was committed to Oklahoma State. I saw him and his dad before the game, and they seem to be pretty excited about the visit. He's a consensus 4-star guy at a position of need, obviously at defensive tackle. So I think with him, he'll just see where this coaching search goes, and if it's if Coach Petrino's still here, I think it probably helps a little bit because Coach Petrino's been talking to him, and I think he kind of really likes that the head coach is communicating with him. So and there were some other kids, a lot of commitments and stuff like that. Even Blair Irvin, who told me his tweet was kind of not definite about his recruiting. He just said he's 100%. His recruitment was 100% open. So I communicated with him and said, "Is this a decommitment?" Because until they say, hey, I'm reopening or I decommitted or something like that, you got to specify with them to make sure that that's what their intentions were with that with social media. So he told me he needed to open things up. So, but he's an in-state guy, obviously at Bentonville. I think once the new coach is announced, he'll probably be a priority. And I think obviously an in-state guy, it's more the odds are are better than say an out-of-state guy, maybe trying to get them back on board.
Yeah. What is there? I think there's 29 seniors on this Arkansas roster, plus whoever you lose in the portal. I mean, I don't see any way you don't have maybe potentially the biggest number you've ever had, but certainly north of 40 new players on this roster next year, Richard.
Yeah, and you know, obviously, you know, I think a lot of people were kind of, you know, pretty happy about not having that spring portal time. Well, for a school like Arkansas, they're going to have to try to get everything done, obviously, during that January period. So it may be a disadvantage for Arkansas because you're trying to get all those guys, you know, that you need in a short period of time, where if you had that spring portal season, you still had an opportunity to add to that. So I think for new schools, I mean, for schools with new, you know, a new head coach, it's a disadvantage, but it's obviously an advantage for schools that didn't have a coaching change.
So how does this affect the kind of the macro of the situation with 105 scholarships now, schools being able to, you know, having the expanded roster? How does that change everything? I don't know how many diamonds in the rough are hanging out in those extra 25, but scholarships, but it also, you know, it does change maybe your approach to some degree if you got some developmental players.
Yeah, well, you're talking high school kids, correct?
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, the early signing periods can't come at a worse time for a school going through a coaching change. December the 4th through the 6th, where it used to be like December the 21st through the 23rd or something like that. Third week, at least you were able to get some guys that maybe if you had a coaching change, say 1st of December, you still had about 2.5, 3 weeks to try to salvage a recruiting class as far as high school kids. Here, it's now you're going to have to pretty much wait. You try if you are hired 1st of December, you're in a really a rush to reach out to those guys that are committed or have been committed and try to convince them to sign during the early signing period. And obviously, maybe some guys that you recruited at your old school, try to sway them over to where you are now. But then it's going to be such a disadvantage for the new coach. But then you wait for February, and the talent pool is obviously reduced greatly. Mm-hmm. So that first year coach and staff always takes a good hit as far as the high school recruiting class that first year.
I don't want to list anyone by name specifically, but for the other classmen, especially the in-state guys, how do you fend off other suitors right now? The team's probably not going to win the rest of the way. They've lost 7 straight. How do you convince kids to stay on campus for a coach they don't even know who he is yet, Richard?
It's difficult. There's no way around it. I mean, here's the deal: the kids they need to look out for themselves, because there's no guarantee whoever the new coach is, they'll honor their commitments. There's a good chance they probably will, but not everyone possibly would be honored. Mm-hmm. So it's a me world right now. And you can't blame a kid right now for looking at their options.
When you think about college football right now, heading into this upcoming transfer portal cycle and everything going on in the SEC, how much could that play into the role of keeping Petrino, trying to keep some continuity when it comes to whatever the next coaching staff looks like?
I think it is important, but you know, how much that's going to weigh on the decision on the new coach, who knows? But it definitely helps, you know, for guys that are currently on the team, if they feel confident in Coach Petrino's ability to go forward and include them. Maybe they don't feel included. are in the plans of Coach Petrino, and so that they may look elsewhere. But it definitely has its advantages as far as maybe keeping more guys, on the roster. But at the same time, there may be some that say, I don't feel like I'm a good fit, and others think that, they would be a good fit. So I think it would overall benefit Arkansas, but at the same time, I'm sure there obviously is going to be some changes, even if he is the guy.
Last thing before we let you go, Richard, Dave England passed away this week. Spent nearly 40 years with Razorback Athletics as a trainer. I know he dealt with a lot of guys that you got to know over the years via recruiting. Any thoughts on the passing of one of the Razorback pillars this week in Dave England?
You can just say he was just a sweetheart of a guy. I mean, he was just such a gentle guy that you felt comfortable with him the moment you spoke with him, and he was easy to communicate with and feel at ease. And he obviously cared for all the kids, and you could tell that. And on social media, how people were coming out and praising him. And the only thing that I look at, he retired in 2019. He got about 5-6 years of retirement. You just wished he would have had a few more years to enjoy, just being able to deal, to have a retirement lifestyle a little longer. That's one of the sad things too.
Mm-hmm. Richard, good stuff as always, man. I know holiday seasons, whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, people are always looking for something to buy their friends, their family, their relatives, whoever. And House of Webster, I mean, you can get a simple gift basket to get together, inexpensive, 1013 North 2nd Street in Rogers. You can go to houseofwebster.com. Jams, jelly, salsas, they've got it at House of Webster.
Yeah, I'm a big fan, and I appreciate them sponsoring this segment. And their products are top notch, and I'm not just saying that because they sponsor this. They're great products, and I think people would really enjoy them.
Well, again, houseofwebster.com. Richard was telling me about these guys years ago. They've been around Arkansas 90-plus years doing service for the natural state. Houseofwebster.com, 1013 North 2nd Street in Rogers. Richard, good stuff. Game again next week against LSU. We'll see what happens on the Bayou, okay?
You'll see you, buddy.
All right, good stuff from Richard as always. I was looking at the temperatures, Tommy. Obviously, we got good weather in good chunks in the natural state this weekend. Next week, high of 80 against LSU on game day.
In Baton Rouge?
In Baton Rouge,
yeah.
Yep.
I know we're going to get a little blast of winter. I say winter. We're going to have some overnight temperatures below the frost line, and some daytime highs for a day or two in the 50s. Low 50s even, but then it bounces back to around 70 degrees. But we're gonna have a little bit of taste of winter for a day or two early next week.
I don't know. Obviously they're playing indoors. I don't know how cold it's going to be in East Lansing this weekend when Arkansas basketball travels to play Michigan State Hall of Fame matchup. Izzo and Cal. You know who's going to be on the call for that? I confirmed it this morning. I don't really care about the play-by-play guy, but the
this one on.
It's on Fox.
It's on Fox. It's on Fox, which is confused. I know who you're talking about, but kind of confused you because you associate him with CBS.
Yep, Bill Raftery.
Yeah.
So he's going to be on call for this game, which I'm excited about.
Hey, do you want to spruce up your existing home or even start from the ground up? Either way, check with our friends at Farm Credit of Western Arkansas first before you get started and find out for more than 100 years why Farm Credit has helped local families just like yours make their dream home come true. Visit myaglender.com. That's myaglender.com, or stop in at any of their 25 locations today.
Now Lesienko spartans another turnover. Here comes Spears. Off the backboard.
How do you think those freshmen handled their first real college basketball game? I know Southern's projected to win their conference, but that game was at home. It's a lesser opponent. I mean, you're going into a tough environment on Saturday.
I think they're really good players. I think Acuff and Ewing, or Thomas rather, are just really good. I hope Sealy gets to play, but if he gets to play a lot of minutes, probably means Carter Knox isn't back from was it turf toe? He's got a jam big toe, but I think those freshmen are pretty special. And was it maybe it's Chuck I heard saying a day or two ago that kind of comparing these guys to Moncrief and Brewer as far as when they were freshmen. that's high praise right there, and I hope they can live up to that kind of hype. But the shame of it is, this probably will be your only season to get to watch them.
Let me, and you're right on that. And I don't want to belittle anything they've done in the first 3 games or try and keep people down from being excited. But I just want, like the SEC is so tough, so brutal, and they're going to struggle. Like I haven't seen a college basketball true freshman that doesn't go. And so I hope when that does happen, which it's going to, for either at the same time or one of them individually, that people aren't piling on them and wondering, why are we paying this kid so, or 5-star, whatever. I hope we don't get to that. Boogie dealt with some of that last year prior to his injury, came back and helped this team get to a Sweet 16. There's just a lot of hype and praise always around individually true freshmen. And again, it's coming. I hope that this fan base doesn't lash out when that does happen.
It's why you have the steady hand of a DJ Wagner there to make up for it, a guy that's experienced to make up for maybe sometimes when your star freshmen aren't able to contribute in the ways that you would expect them to. But these guys, these freshmen now, they're not like, it's not the same thing as it used to be. It's a new day and age. They've been playing overtime elite and these big type of, tournaments for a long time with big crowds in front of them too. So they're used to having lots of people watching them play basketball.
You're telling me this team isn't going undefeated?
Come on, Ty.
I mean, come on, man.
I think
33-0. I mean, that's what you're telling me.
Cal had one team that nearly did it back in 2015. That team fell to Wisconsin in the Final Four. I would much rather them have a few losses on the resume before conference player before.
And let's not overreact when they do.
That's
so,
what. Then that's and
yeah,
I'm not. That's not just a freshman individual. But that's a whole thing. And I think we're so not gun shy, but we're so.
Here's the question with these freshmen and the guards. How do they do when they're going up against a 4th or 5th year guy who's 24 years old? That's just physically in a different category.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys are developed but they're 18 years old. How do they do when they're playing a man who's 23 or 24? Well, we're going to find out at some point. So I know this another month is here, and they're getting ready at Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith and in Springdale. These deals continue into November.
Yeah, state sales tax paid when you trade, both on the Rath Auto Resources certified vehicles and at Rath Mitsubishi as well with all the Mitsubishis. Usually, David was telling about it, they usually pick out a special model for the Mitsubishis, but they are all on the Mitsubishi. So if you're in the market north of the tunnel for a new vehicle or a pre-owned vehicle, and again, the road-ready certified vehicles. You don't see vehicles often pre-owned with an inspection, but they have both at Rath Auto Resources. Mighty Key Car Care Center at both locations is fantastic. Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith and Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale. When we come back, SEC update to get into some of the things going on in this conference. Stay with us. It's the Morning Rush.
Everybody's talking about Richard's Meat Market because that's my spot. And, of course, Richard and Chris have been around forever.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
I'm based with you,
I mean, reps are people, too.
This is the Morning Rush.
At Wave Rural Connect, our mission is to improve the quality of life in our communities. Across the River Valley of Arkansas and Oklahoma, residents and businesses are experiencing the difference of our high-speed internet. Wave Rural Connect Internet provides a reliable residential connection for streaming, gaming, remote work, and homeschooling. Our business solutions provide the speed, stability, and security that you need, whether you're a mom-and-pop flower shop or large business. Check availability online at signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 833-492-8372.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
The paint store in Van Buren is still the place to go to when doing the job right really matters. Our unique line of Richard's paint products was chosen by me to perform for you. This is Sue, and my 35 years of experience ensures you get the right paint and the right color. That's important to you and me. Thank you for your support. Come see what I'm talking about. 1414 Fayetteville Road, the paint store, Van Buren.
We all plan to be on time, but fender benders, damaged windshield, and slick road quickly disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design personal protection plans that work for you and help keep you on track. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Wade Gilkey or Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted Best Garage Door Company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Are you an electrician that's looking for a smaller, non-corporate job? Well, I'm here in studio with Sloan Walker of Sloan Electric. Sloan, what do you currently have open?
2 journeyman spots open and a 4th-year apprentice. If you have 1 to 2 years experience with those, you'd be a great fit for my company. We do residential, commercial, and industrial installs. Normal working hours are 8 to 4:30, so you can focus on your home life outside of your career. Best way to get in contact with me is just give me a phone call or text at 479-461-4302. Sloan Electric. We can power up together.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Harrod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 4th Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion.
You know, every game is a dogfight.
We're about the toughest there is. Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest. The Hawks are finally it's the first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas. Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
I'm in this weird, again, we all have thoughts that are probably, you dream a little bigger than, I kind of have this weird fantasy or vision of like, okay, can college and MLB merge together a little bit and help each other? And I wouldn't be the main, I certainly shouldn't be the patron of either, but I could connect the right people and get this thing where it's a little more fluid. But the one part MLB can't affect is just where NCAA sports are in general. And it's just a mess. And I would say the biggest, I'm doing this off the cuff, hopefully no one wants to slash my tires, but it's like you're driving in the fog and you can't really see but about 100 or 200 feet in front of you. And, you're grasping for what's real, what you can do, what you can't do. And again, I'm sure someone will throw out that I did something wrong or I didn't do this, but overall, it's very frustrating when you don't know the rules to the game.
That's Tony Vitello on Bussin' with the Boys earlier this week talking about one of the issues that college coaches are currently facing in athletics. He's decided to jump from college to the MLB, now managing, I should say, for the San Francisco Giants. We've seen it with football with Nick Saban. We've seen it with basketball with Roy Williams, Coach K, Jay Wright. Is baseball next?
Well, I guess it's here. I mean, he kind of gave the explanation of not being able to know what's around the corner. He used the fog analogy. That's apropos since he's going to be in San Francisco, but and he'll be in fog that you can't see 100 feet a lot of days. But I think coaches say, listen, make a lot of money, but there's an easier way to make the same amount of money and have a different set of headaches. I just think the headaches have made it pretty frustrating. particularly when money isn't the number one object or the number one motivator, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and to his point, I don't feel bad for coaches that are making millions of dollars. Like you got what I mean? But at the same time, like I just listed off 4 Hall of Famers that have all exited their sport. Vitello, whether you like him or not, could wind up at that, depending on if he comes back to college and coaches here in Fayetteville.
But NIL or no NIL, Roy Williams and Coach K were, their time was about to an end. Now, Jay Wright, different different timeline,
yeah.
but it did speed his up. But Tony Vitello, young guy, but he's got options. I mean, these we act like the coaches don't have choices. They have choices, and he chose to let's try out professional baseball. It's on his resume now. So he can always come back. If an SEC job opens up that he wants, and he can get out of his contract with the Giants, they're still going to be lined up to hire Tony Vitello.
There's a question. Speaking of hiring, Shaquille O'Neal says LSU has spoken to Nick Saban about their coaching vacancy. Have those talks progressed, in your opinion?
So Shaq's now making the deal.
I've heard $20 million for 4 years. I've heard all the stuff already. But did you guys see the video of him celebrating his birthday with Miss Terry?
I did.
Yeah. So she set up, and he did immediately. He ain't going back to coaching. He had his feet kicked up with a blanket watching TV. You think he wants to get back out there?
Looked like he's watching the Chiefs.
Yeah, he's watching the Bills-Chiefs game. You think he wants to get back out there? People are giving him cakes. I don't think so.
Shouldn't the guy on his birthday be able to lean back in the chair and not have to get up on his own birthday instead of having to snap to? And I to me, as I've grown older, I understand why my dad, my grandpa, my uncle, and so many others just kind of wanted some peace and quiet on their birthday. I understand that now more than I did 20 years ago. And
you'll understand it more when you get married.
Yeah, and have kids. Keeping the SEC update going. Best game of the weekend, Texas A&M at Missouri. Backup quarterback for Eli Drinkwitz and the Tigers. Is this where A&M slips on the banana peel? They haven't to this point. Elko's, again, waded the waters. They've had their best season in decades.
I hope not, because I would really like to see an A&M Alabama championship game. I hope they don't.
Ty Simpson, Marcel Reed. Who on that note, before we get in these playoff rankings, so that's who you want to see in the championship game, which would be the first
time. The matchup, I don't want to see a rematch of anything. I looked at all the possibilities, but that's a game that's not played in the regular season, so I'd kind of like to see that.
Colton, who do you want to see in Atlanta?
Texas A&M definitely deserves to be there at this point. I think what would be interesting is if Ole Miss finally makes their first trip to the SEC championship game. That would be something worthwhile and of note if they actually do make it there. But Alabama and Texas A&M, they have a little bit easier paths to get there.
I think.
And listen, Ole Miss has a loss. Alabama has no losses in league play right now. They're in the obviously they went out there in the catbird seat, but it's going to get interesting if there is some slippage on the banana peel as you referenced, and you've got to break the tie with several one-loss teams.
If Vanderbilt had beat Texas in Austin, I would be gung-ho about that. I don't think they're going to end up in the championship. So I'm actually going to pick out one of each of y'all. So I'm going to say Texas A&M and Ole Miss because I'd like to see two teams that have never been to Atlanta make the championship. I think that would be unique. I think that would be cool. And it very much is in play right now as a possibility. The Georgia and Texas game next week is going to have a major impact. A&M.
One of those will be eliminated from Atlanta in that game, more or less.
A&M still has Texas last game of the season.
Yeah.
They have Samford on their schedule, so they got a chalk-up win. This is a big one for them. I don't know if what's that backup QB's name, Colton, for Missouri? I listened to Drink talk about him yesterday.
He's not the backup anymore.
Yeah, he's a starter. But there's going to be a lot on him to beat Texas A&M this weekend. Playoff rankings are out. Ohio State at 1, Indiana at 2, A&M at 3, Bama at 4, Georgia at 5, Ole Miss at 6. I'm just going to go to SEC now. Texas 11, Oklahoma at 12, Vanderbilt's at 16, Missouri at 22, Tennessee at 25. Any surprises on the initial one? Ohio State unblemished, as is Indiana.
That's what, 4 SEC teams in the top 12?
I think that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Where's Tennessee?
No, 6. 6 in the top 12. You got Texas and Oklahoma at 2.
I guess I was listing top 8 there. Yeah, go out to 12. So, no, I mean, and listen, hold on to that. Put that in your planner. Hang on to that.
Okay.
And then we'll come back and match it up in a few weeks, and it's going to look, I think quite a bit different. Maybe the top 2 or 3 stay the same, but I think from 5 to 12, there'll be quite a bit of shuffling.
Do you, as a college football fan, do you have a team that you'd actually like to see win it all?
Indiana.
Arkansas. And that's where I'd go too.
Because if Indiana can do it, why can't Indiana and Arkansas have a lot of similarities? Basketball school, known for basketball on the big stage, has not had a consistent amount of football success. Found the right coach, and guess what? Success has followed.
You could debate they have less of the state itself with Purdue and not so much Butler.
And less football tradition. I mean, I know this. We've been living on the '60s and '70s for a long time, but they've probably not had as much historical success in football as Arkansas has.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody but Ohio State would be great. I'd be fine with that.
I think they don't play each other in the regular season, do they? They would play in Indianapolis for the Big Ten championship, I believe. So that would 2 undefeated teams in the Big Ten. That could very much happen. All right, that's your SEC update this morning.
And it's brought to you by the Smithwick Original, suspending Rattling Rogue with that famous rolling action that's been tricking all the big fish for more than 100 years. Get it right now and take it to the White River with you. Take it on the Arkansas River, cab it in that tackle box. Find it at lurenet.com or your favorite tackle stores all over the place. It's the Smithwick Original, suspending Rattling Rogue.
On this day, Google unveiled the Android operating system. When it comes to technology, my favorites are as follows: iPhone, iPad, took me a while, and then PC.
Really one of your favorites.
Yeah. Do you
have an iPad?
Yeah. It's that thing.
Oh,
you
yeah,
see me
that's
type
right.
on.
That's
got
right.
like a keyboard and everything else.
You prop it up like a computer.
Propped it up like a computer. I can't do iMacs, though. I can't do...
Why?
I just never liked them. I hate them.
I've never had one. They're too expensive.
Yeah. Where do you go? Have you ever had an Android phone, or has it always been Apple?
No, that's a deal breaker.
Yeah. I forgot that is your
That's a
stance
deal
on that.
breaker with me.
Right.
I mean, we almost can't have you in our text group if you're on Android. It
in a
just messes
green
everything
text.
up.
Get out of here.
Yeah, so I mean, when those green bubbles start popping up, we got problems.
You want people to assimilate to you?
Yes,
and
100%.
And fall
yes,
into
yes,
and fall into that.
100%. Yes,
I do prefer the iOS Apple operating system relative to Android.
What is this new? I mean, like there's your normal update, but then there's like iOS 24 or 7, whatever you can try out, and I have not done that. Have you? What do y'all know about that?
You're not ready for that, Tommy.
Well, what is
not
it?
ready. I have no idea. I just don't think you're ready for it.
Well, because there's your normal software upgrade, then there's like this other one. So I'm on 18.7, but there's this you can upgrade to iOS 26. That kind of scared me a little bit, so I haven't done that. Have y'all done it or know anyone that has?
As a guy that's had this phone for years, I get scared every time I send an update because I think Apple intentionally sabotages your older phones to make you buy a new one.
They do.
I don't have any proof of that, but I think they intentionally outdate stuff so you'll have to.
They don't do it till you're in the 35th month of your 36-month payment plan. Then it starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This phone has lasted me, I think, 4 or 5 years.
Which one are you on? I don't even know which
I
one
couldn't
this
even
is.
tell you, but
I'm on like a 12 or a 13 here.
I can't imagine.
I'm on a 13. I got an I. What is the newest one out? I have no idea.
Golden.
I believe it's a 17 or a 16,
Okay.
somewhere around there. I think I have a 16.
I can't even imagine going back to a BlackBerry or a Razor or something of that nature because I use this piece of software and this device more than any other technology I have, just for the simplest work activities and everything else. It's so like first world problem, but now I'm so attached to the iPod. They've got you. They've got you for the rest of your life.
Yeah. And they make it simple. So, no, I mean, I upgrade about every 5 or 6 iPhones. So, I mean, I go from like the 8 to the 13. So I probably need to wait till the 18 or 19 is out, and then I'll upgrade again. So the key to a good life on your phone is a good case.
This is the 12.
You're on a 12?
That's pretty old, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
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 You're out of date. You're a Luddite.
A whatite?
A Luddite.
A Luddite. Okay, new word.
Is it like cars? Is there a new model every year?
They basically release a new one pretty much every year.
Every year.
So, yeah.
And then, the one thing they've done, for a while, they just made the screens bigger and bigger and bigger, and now they give you some screen options.
I have the 15 Pro Max. That's what I have.
Yeah.
So big.
Some of them are just too big to lug around and even fit in your pocket. So
Chance is calling us the iPhone guys.
Yeah, well, true. Hey, Arts Barbecue, Rogers Avenue, 2 doors east of Lowe's in Fort Smith. $1 off burgers on Saturdays. I know the Hogs are on a bye, but you can stop in, have you a cold one, watch some college football, maybe even go there and watch the Arkansas-Michigan State game on Saturday night. But $1 off burgers, including the sloppy pig, where they take their ham-pattied burger, just pile it high with pulled pork, and then smother it with that smoked brisket queso. All the burgers are $1 off on Saturdays. Arts Barbecue, and that comes with a side, too. I'd go onion rings or maybe half and half, onion rings, fries. Arts Barbecue and Burgers, Rogers Avenue, 2 doors east of Lowe's in Fort Smith.
All right, we've got a little more to get to here on the Morning Rush. Basketball news-wise, congratulations to the Arkansas Razorback women's team who won 93-81 last night. Thunder are 8-0, best start in franchise history, so congrats to Isaiah, Jalen, and those guys. And Moses Moody had 24 last night for the Golden State Warriors, a season high for them. So we were talking about Cam Little a little bit earlier. It's good to see some former Razorbacks having success in the NBA as well.
Absolutely. If you got that iPhone, what's the must-have on an iPhone?
Lead me into it.
The Hit That Line Now app? Come on, Ty. I mean, that's on a T. The Hit That Line Now app powered by Taco Bell. Your iPhone will work better. The battery will stay charged longer with the Hit That Line Now app powered by Taco Bell. You can take your phone along with you, and you can be out on the White River at Gaston's White River Resort. Stay up to date with all the stuff we've got coming out, podcasts and everything on demand, while you're fishing for those big trophy rainbows and trophy browns. Fishing's been great. I know a lot of people have heard the news about the temporary regulations on the White River up near the Bull Shoals Dam. It's catch and release only, as they have had some issues with the hatchery in the area, and they've got to get the fish habitat back to where it belongs here over about a 120-day period we're in the midst of. But fishing continues, and it really hadn't affected the people that love to go for the sport of it, for the fun of it, and that's catching and having the chance to catch, a record brown or rainbow. They come right there in the White River where, it's amazing some of the pictures you see, and most great anglers put those things back so someone else has a chance to enjoy that catch. Gaston's knows exactly how to put you in a spot to have that kind of day. 870-431-5202. They have a roster of great guides that have, decades of experience on the White River and will treat you to a wonderful day of fishing. 870-431-5202 for reservations and fishing. Gaston's White River Resort. A first-class time every time.
Everybody's talking about Richard's Meat Market because that's my spot. And, of course, Richard and Chris have been around forever.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
I'm faced with you, Ty. Whoever's paying them, well, you got a poor return for your investment.
This is the Morning Rush.
Up to $11,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $11,000 off, or take 4.9% for up to 84 months. Lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer and go 0 to 60 in under 3.9 seconds for as low as $9.99 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Right now, someone in a Hardee's kitchen is about to warm up your winter with the new grilled cheese bacon burger. Charbroiled 100% Angus beef, bacon, and Swiss and American cheese melting on our soft, buttery sourdough. And our new grilled cheese breakfast sandwich with sausage or bacon and a fried egg. Cozy up to the goodness of the new grilled cheese bacon burger and breakfast sandwich. For a limited time, only at Hardee's. Cinnamon Raisin Biscuits are back. Unwrap them while you can. Only for a limited time at participating restaurants.
Freshen up your golf game at the Golf Nut. We've got the latest apparel and head covers from Pins and Aces, plus new shirts and shorts from Red Vanley. Ghost golf bags are here in Sunday bag, carry, and card 14 styles. Zero torque putters are the hottest thing on the greens. Check out our models from TaylorMade, Lab Golf, and Odyssey. For precision on every shot, we've got rangefinders from Blue Tees and Bushnell. Visit the Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith. Fort Smith's #1 golf shop since 1994.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan, we are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
Summer is finally here, and so are the road trips that you've had planned. That's why it's time to visit us at Southern Tire Mart. Southern Tire Mart's expert service, competitive pricing, and top quality tires will ensure your vehicle is ready for all your summer adventures. Visit us in Fort Smith at 9700 Highway 271 and let us ensure your vehicle is prepared for the summer. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. Southern Tire Mart. We keep America rolling.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Yeager's Ace Hardware is helping our customers kick off the holidays with a big thank you. November 1st and 2nd, Ace Rewards members receive 20% off regularly priced items. Get more details in the store or on your Ace Rewards app. Plus, now through December 1st, Yeager's is offering Black Friday savings every day, all month long, to everyone. Save on hundreds of items and get a $10 gift card with your $50 purchase. Why wait for Black Friday savings when you can get it at all 5 Yeager's locations through December 1st? Yeager's Ace Hardware. Real help, real savings.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
You get that for
The worldwide leader in sports.
It was her first call game with my wife, and we ended up on that field. We were in section 104.
Brother, you just turned the light bulb on. You gotta go with somebody. At least I go with a winner.
Tommy, they're great.
You're listening to The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963.
You probably have to wait. He's got one more day off. We have a day off tomorrow. But if you can't practice Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then you can't play. What, you're going to be able to go 70% in that game? Can't do it. If you're not healthy enough to go, then you shouldn't go. We'll play with who we have.
That was John Calipari following Arkansas's win over Southern by 32 Monday night, talking about Carter Knox, who don't know if he'll be available or not for that. I would guess we're going to hear from one of the Arkansas assistant coaches prior to the game against Michigan State this Saturday night. Again, no Arkansas football, so you got that kind of as the sole big sport this weekend.
Yeah, brought to you by APAC and Standard Materials Group. 479-587-3300 is their number. You can find all the top quality aggregates that you need for your job site right there with APAC and Standard Materials Group. Plus, they have complete construction consultant services available to help you as well. 479-587-3300 for APAC and Standard Materials Group.
I know you enjoy the Manning cast on Monday Night Football. Did you happen to hear Baker Mayfield the other night?
I did not.
Okay.
I tried one time in Fayetteville, Arkansas. It didn't go too well. Wound up getting arrested.
They were asking him about his escapability, and we've all seen that video of Baker getting trucked into the side right in front of the Walton Arts Center and getting nailed into the side of the railing or whatever.
Dixon Street, man.
He had some fun that night. He loves reminiscing on that story.
He's been a good story. Hard not to like Baker Mayfield, even though he came from Norman, Oklahoma. But good story with him. Oaklawn Sports App will have college football for this weekend. Also, the Arkansas Michigan State game. If you're a new customer, you can download the Oakland Sports app and get up to $1,000 in bonus bets right now. A free play after your first bet if it doesn't work out, up to $100 each of the first 10 days. Plus, there's a boost on parlays as well. It's all available with the Oakland Sports app. Bet with Arkansas's best sports betting app, Oakland Sports. Been a What's Your Beef Wednesday. We've talked about some things that are grinding on us. It's been brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market. 443-0000 or richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
It will be in the Bud Light Morning Rush podcast. You can always search Hit That Line or go to the Hit That Line Now app and find that as well. That's going to do it for us here on the Morning Rush. For Tommy Kraft, Colton Little, I'm Ty Richardson, halftime, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Big C heading your way. I know Phil's excited after last night. We'll hear from him next.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just